hello to everyone. Alright, so I did go on live the other day. I was trying to upload a video so I can have it put on YouTube. For some reason it wasn't allowing me. I think it was just only on there. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to make another video to make people understand um, what happened back in January about the person making a false incident report on me just so the cops can have probable cause to put an arrest warrant out for my arrest. And now the hotel or the place that I'm located at, they are refusing to give me the incident report because the person lied as well as the person that took everything down with the police department. So they're practically all lying. I'm here to also talk about the situation with the retaliation. Um, there is retaliation going on. Nobody wants to get involved in it now because of the fact that I did put the truth out on a couple Woodbridge police cruisers coming into a different district or a different township without um, on their duty going into a different jurisdiction. So that's one thing. That's the second thing. And the third thing, what people got to understand is I'm tired of these fucking cops thinking they're doing work. They think they're doing their job. They think they're doing an amazing job as an officer or an investigator or a detective to do their work. And I don't see them doing their job. They're having these citizens out here in their vehicles doing their job. So these citizens are people that are making money, tax-paying money. They're out there doing their job instead of the cops doing their investigation. And the reason why they're not doing their investigation and wanting to do what they got to do because they don't want flashback back on them for having retaliation against me. Now, the thing what people got to realize is I don't really trust fucking cops. I don't give a fuck about them. I don't give two shits about them because ever since what they did to me in Rahway when I got arrested, and I was the one that actually called the police, and that's what's funky. I was the one that actually called the police on these two African American people in their vehicle because of the fact that they came and threatened me and my girlfriend. And I didn't do a thing at all. I was an innocent citizen trying to defend myself because I was explaining to somebody that they did something wrong on the road, meaning a traffic violation or a traffic infraction. And all this went down, and then I was the one that called the police, and I was an innocent person, and I got arrested for that crime when it never happened, it never occurred or nothing. But I want everybody to know, I think the only reason why I got arrested was because I did contact Woodbridge Police Department, and they told me that I wasn't in their jurisdiction. They transferred me to Rahway, and I think it was a linkable situation with those two towns, between Woodbridge and Rahway. So those two were definitely linked. And I definitely know for a fact that stuff was going on. So the other thing I want to talk about, I was watching a video how an African American man was very, very upset about Woodbridge Township because of their racism, the white supremacy type deal with the mayor. I don't know if it's really true. I don't know if it is really true about the racism in there. They racially profile, and I kind of do agree with him with the racist because of the fact that when he did say that there is more white people than black people, I do kind of agree with that, and that is kind of wrong that stuff like that is happening in this country when it shouldn't matter if black people, Hispanic people, Dominican people, and all different kind of racial people that are in this country, they shouldn't be racially profiled. I think they should be treated equally as white people, and treated for whatever color you are. Everybody should be treated equally. Period. So that's the reason why I'm here to talk about that. The racism needs to stop. Ever since George Floyd, all these innocent African American people are getting shot and killed or beaten to death by police, and police are not getting charged with some of the crime, and some of them are still on police force as well as some that are not. That's wrong. But the main thing I'm coming on here is because of what the cops were doing to me. They've been doing stuff ever since from January. And throughout the time of last year, things have been going on. People have been following me. People have been stalking me, and I've been watching it and everything else. And people don't understand that. And these cops are supposed to be making their paycheck from our tax money to do their job. And these cops are very lazy. They're the type of cops that are like always about donuts and coffee, and they don't care about really doing their job and actually doing what needs to be done. They're worrying about setting people out near me and wanting to know who I am and so on and so forth, and starting corruption and problems where I'm at. But now, how I look at it, and how people need to understand where I'm coming from is, I didn't do nothing to nobody. I didn't do anything to anybody. Not even when I was living in Woodbridge. Um, the whole issue with the parking situation, how they were putting a note on my car that your car needs to be moved or it's going to be towed. Now, and then someone else's car got towed for being there for 3 days. But there was somebody that lived on that street that actually left their Jeep Wrangler, a four-wheel drive red Jeep Wrangler, left it there for weeks, never got it towed. Nobody ever started problems with them because they knew if there was an issue, it would occur, cops would have been there, things would have been handled, and people do what they want. So it's like, people think they have the power to control everybody because they own a house on a street. To me, that's wrong. It's a public street. People are allowed to park wherever they want. It doesn't matter. If you pay taxes, you pay all this money. People are allowed to park wherever they want because it is a township fucking street. But people gotta understand where I'm coming from is, me, I'm an innocent person, never did anything to anybody. I never caused no issues with nobody, never caused no problems with anybody. Nothing. All the videos on my YouTube channel is the proof of what people have been doing to me. And the retaliation is bad. Because I'm putting out the truth that one person should have said apology and not the other one covering for the other person. Now, I agree with that. If I threaten somebody, am I going to tell my mom or am I going to tell my sister to go outside to apologize for me? No. It should be my right to have to go out there because I threatened the person. I need to apologize. So that's why I'm not taking no apologies from people. And he and her need to understand that. I understand I might have consented to apologize and we're good on same terms. But how I look at it is cops work two ways. They work good, bad, and there's good. One cop that had this so-called issue with the mother threatening me, it was a good and bad. Because everybody works two ways. They don't work one, they don't work two. They work both. One and two. They work good and bad. So it becomes good cop, bad cop. Now, I don't appreciate that. But this is why I'm out here to speak. I don't give two fucks about cops. Because now they want to investigate against me now because they don't like the First Amendment, freedom of speech, or freedom of press stuff. I have a right to, and I have a right to record the police. Just like I got pulled over in one of the towns up in Union County. I got pulled over for recording police when my phone was on my chest. I got a traffic stop for that. And I had multiple cops on me and a supervisor and a sergeant out there because they didn't like I knew my rights. My phone was on my chest. It wasn't recording in my hand. It was on my chest. I got a ticket for that and $200 and something I had to pay. So, I want people to understand that everybody needs to know their rights. These cops want to ownership us. They want to take control of us. We're the ones paying for them to do their job, but they need to respect us as citizens, not sit here and do whatever they want, retaliate. Like, I know that cop is definitely retaliating with the whole family. With the mother telling me, you do this to my family, you do this to him, or you do anything, I will have my sons come after you. That's considered a threat. When somebody does something like that, that's considered as a threat. When somebody's telling you that they're going to get their sons after you, and you're going to get what you're going to get, that right there is a committing threat. People don't understand that. And this person is an elderly woman between her 50s, 60s, okay, threatening me, and then a 36-year-old man had to come out and protect her. It's wrong. That's why I'm not accepting an apology. If somebody's going to make an apology, you make an apology to me, the person that you threatened. The person that threatened me should deserve to apologize to me. Not someone else to cover her actions. I'm sorry. But people need to understand where I come from. I went through a lot of stuff in life. Does anybody care what I've been through? The bullying, getting abused at home. Cops didn't do a darn thing. DYFS didn't do a damn thing for protecting me as a child. I got abused as a fucking kid. What do those cops where I was living at before? They didn't do anything for me. They were deciding on my parents, not caring about what was really going on in the household. But bleeding from my chest with a fucking metal fly swatter in my chest stuck. Bleeding, and the nurse had to find out what it was. People don't understand what I've been through. Everybody out there needs to know now. I need to open up my mouth. I'm 36 years old. I deserve to open up my fucking mouth and tell people what I've been through. I've been through a lot. All you people need to know what I've been through and what your kids could be going through in the school. And this is why parents out there need to protect their kids so this don't happen to your kids what I've been through. I want your kids to be safe and defend themselves, protect themselves, and get themselves into order. I want them to do their thing. I want you as parents to take care of your children. I want you guys to do your job as parents, to take care of your children. That's my main thing. I had not had good, respectful parents. They were asshole parents. They used me for money. I had to pay for their rent. I had to pay for their bills. I had to pay for their stuff to take care of them when they didn't do anything for me. And while back when I was, with somebody and had a kid with somebody, that was another thing. I had a gun pointed at my head because I was trying to defend myself from getting killed. I almost got killed back in 2000 and I think it was 2007 and 2008. I almost got killed by somebody with a knife. And a shotgun pointed at my head for doing my thing to defend myself. But people don't realize what I've been through. I was raped. I was sexually assaulted when I was in school. Girls sexually touching me and stuff in school. Nobody knew what was going on. My parents didn't give a shit. My mom, my dad, nobody. Nobody gave a fuck about me. You know what happens to people when they get raped? You know what happens to people when they get sexually assaulted at a minor age, 15, 14 years old? They're scarred for the rest of their life. Just like when an adult molested somebody or did something wrong to their kid or did something to someone else's kid, that kid is scarred for the rest of their life. This is what I had to go through. And these cops didn't do a damn thing for me when I was a kid, getting abused, getting hit by a belt, getting hit by a fly swatter, having welts on my ass, welts on my body, my back, everything. Did anybody give a fuck about what I've been through? Mom and dad didn't give a shit about me. All they did was lie. And another thing, too, what I want people to understand is one of my parents wanted me to steal. Wanted me to put parts in my clothes when I go to a junkyard. That would never happen. I would pay for my stuff. He taught me to take stuff from stores sometimes. Sometimes he would teach me to do things that I did not accept to do, and I didn't do it, and he would get mad. And one of my parents today still does steal from where he works. Takes food, takes property, takes a lot of stuff. I don't steal. I don't do things wrong. People are sitting here trying to lie, saying I did things and trying to control women and do things to women and stuff like that. Nope, I don't do that. Do I go and do things to women? Do I threaten women? No, I don't. I don't do anything like that. I'm a good person. I'm a changed person. I don't have anger or temper. The only way I get anger and temper is when people test me. They push my buttons, then yes. Otherwise than that, I'm a good person. I do good. I went to Philadelphia. As a good person as I could be, I went to Philadelphia a couple times. Went out there, just hit a couple junkyards. Grab some cheesesteaks, Seen some homeless people. I went out there and helped them. Helped homeless people all over certain areas that needed food, snacks, drink. Even give them a few dollars. There's people out there that need our help, that need the care and the respect. And sometimes they're even veterans and they deserve the respect, period, from us people. That's what I'm here to do. I am changed. I'm a lot different after going through all this probation, knowing I didn't need to go through probation because I didn't commit a crime. These cops, two African-American and one Hispanic cop, wanted to lie, saying I committed a crime with this taser gun and all that. But it was retaliation from an officer and somebody on Hunter Lane in Woodbridge Township. How the incident went down when to get to this, the right way, was that this person started an issue when I was trying to be a respectful person to find out what was going on with the guy, and he was drunk. He was actually tipsy. He came home from somewhere drunk, and he started a problem outside of his house, and all I did was trying to respect him, wondering what is going on with him, like what's pissing him off. You know, because somebody parked in front of his house, it just caused a problem. And then he came charging at me. I had my taser gun with me, knowing it's a legal device to defend myself and protect myself. It is a Second Amendment right to protect myself. I defended myself. I told them, numerous amount of times, can you just back up? Just back the fuck up. You're getting too close to me. He's drunk as can be. He don't know what the hell he's doing. I told him to back up. I took my taser to respect myself, to defend myself, tell him to back up, and I kept backing up. He kept approaching me. Cops came months later. I got arrested for the crime. And I didn't do the crime. I didn't do the fucking crime when this went down with the cops. I called up to explain. I got in trouble for it and had to do 12 months of probation, 2 drug tests, community service, and anger management course for nothing. I had to waste $300 out of my pocket to do all this shit. Well, actually more than that. I think it's like $500. So I want people to understand something. And I want people to know. Please, your kids, teenagers, everybody has to learn to know their rights, go to school, learn everything as much as you can, and ask your teachers for all the stuff that you need to learn. So when you become an adult, you need to learn your rights, know your stuff, and don't let these tyrants control you. They're not going to control me. Right now, they practically ruined my brain. They really did. These cops and these people did ruin my brain. They all did. People making false incident reports, people saying that I did this and I did that. And like that thing that happened back in where I used to live. You know, how somebody accused me of having a bulletproof vest on and assaulting him and stuff. And all these officers came onto the property with all these guns, AR-15s, 9mm guns, all this stuff. And all they did was they wanted to kill me, and I thank God I wasn't outside. Because these cops do take too much force. They do excessive force. And it needs to be controlled. This is why us Americans, we need to fight. We need to fight. I'm done with these fucking cops. All you fucking cops can go suck. Because I'm tired of what I've been through. And you people need to know what I've been through. I've been through a lot. Abused, raped, sexually assaulted, beaten up. Women taking advantage of me, taking my money for granted. Doing a lot of stuff to me. And I had to shut my mouth and keep my mouth shut because, you know what, I had no one to talk to. And even when I had a chance to talk to 2 psychiatrists, they documented everything down, but they weren't serious to me. They weren't serious about communicating with me or talking to me and wanting to know more information. They didn't want to do nothing. They just wanted to do one session and that was it. That's why I don't trust shrinks. I don't trust therapists or psychiatrists. I don't trust police. I don't trust nothing. That's why when this all went down with this incident report where I was located, this person lied, said I assaulted them, and it never happened. That incident never happened. I have body cam footage of it. And these cops want to do a false incident report so they can have probable cause to arrest me now. But January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, you figure 7 months from now, there could be an arrest warrant. Who knows? But all this bull crap, lying people, hour later after the incident happened, everybody wants to cover themselves. So it's very sad the way this country works. This is why we need to get ourselves back in order, and we need to do what we got to do. We need to get ourselves back. Country needs to get back. Stop the racism. Stop this nonsense with the white supremacy crap. Everybody needs to be treated equally, and I think the cops need more policies. I think the government, the state of New Jersey, all the states in our country, they need to make more policies to where we have more lenient rights than the police do. They need to have stricter policies and they need stricter rules than us. We have more laws than what they got to deal with. I think they all need to have stricter rules and not use excessive force or kill people or choke people or like one video I was just watching. It was very sad. How a guy got arrested and matter of 5-10 minutes later he's fully paralyzed. He can't even move. He can't even walk. And now the guy is now completely paralyzed and sued the police department for $500 million because of that cop. 2 cops assaulting this poor man with excessive force. It's very, very sad. But what these cops did to me, I don't trust them one fucking bit. I don't trust no cop. I don't trust no state troopers. And just like you see the video on my YouTube channel, I didn't do the traffic violation. He stopped me, did a traffic stop on me. I didn't do anything. He was the one that did the so-called traffic violation, not me. Cop lied so he can pull me over to see where the fuck I was going, and then he gave me a verbal warning. Mr. Stanley, Trooper Stanley, African American cop, and half of the cops that pulled me over were African American. They weren't white. So, this is why I'm here to talk. I want everybody to understand. And I am getting retaliation because ever since I did put videos on YouTube and I did put what was going on and what people were doing to me, retaliation is coming back. How would people know where I'm located? How would anybody know besides the cops and whoever was in this hotel watching or stalking me? That right there tells me. That right there tells me, and people don't understand. I got lots of license plates. I got lots of vehicle information because of people following me and stalking me, taking photos and everything, and I'm allowed to. It's legal to be doing it in public. Especially, I feel like I'm being scared or feared for my life. I have all reason to defend myself and protect myself. So you people out there, all American people around our country, we need to fight for ourselves. We the people got to do our job. And these cops are assholes. And you motherfuckers, you suck. I don't give a fuck. You guys really do suck. Because you guys think because you got a badge, gun, shield, you guys think you can do what you want, scare people what you want, to make them weak. And I'm going to tell you something. I know what you guys did, Woodbridge, Rahway, and Edison. Edison did the same thing too. Fuck all yous. Fuck you cops. My constitutional freedom of speech and my First Amendment right to do my freedom of press. You don't like it? Kiss it. Everyone have a nice day. Have the rest of your summer. God bless you and hope to see you guys again.